So we're gonna do a trade recap today on ES. Obviously, if you can't tell, did not go our way, but gonna go over all the confluences that I saw, all the liquidity swap, all that good stuff. So we go on ES today. We had London session highs located right here. Very nice looking setup. We had London session highs along with this nice bearish order block located right here. And we ended up coming in right around the macro time, or right before. So right around market open is when we swept these highs. So we'll scale down on the smaller time frame here. And right here is about when we swept them. So it was a little early. It was even pre-market that we swept them. Then we get this big move down. We get this big reaction down on market open. So I was telling me this was a valid order block. We already had a really, really strong move out of it. So we had price then retrace back up. We already got our complete market structure shift. So we got a complete candle closure below this low here. So then we retrace back up. We get a couple nice reactions down. We have this, you could say this was either inverse fair value gap or respecting this bearish one. Either way, it's like kind of the same idea we have right here. We have this fair value gap right here. We got a complete closure below. I waited for a retracement back up into it, and then we got this final move down. So after we got this final move down, we got this low formed, and we had a ton of bearish momentum. We got this candle closure below here, so that's where I entered short, targeting London session lows right here are just below London session lows, and ended up just pretty much being in drawdown, really, most of it. First little bit we were within profit like $50, and then we ended up just getting snagged in drawdown. Really, this was a choppy price action I got caught into. Obviously, we ended up moving. We eventually moved back down, but that was way after. Way after it would have been stopped out either way. But overall, wasn't a bad trade. I mean, obviously, the past few trade recaps, you're going to notice this follows the same pattern. We had an hourly liquidity sweep of a session high. So in this case was London session, a very valid session, along with this high time frame bearish order block. So a lot of the times we get these swept, we already saw a really good reaction out of that bearish order block right here. So I'm thinking, okay, we're going to continue to get this. We're going to continue this momentum down, and didn't. So, I mean, it happens. I'll log in to show... Oop, not paper trading. I lost like 250 on the evaluation account today, 253. So not terrible. Obviously, we're still up on the week. So, but you know, I mean, overall, wasn't a terrible trade. Followed my confluences, followed my trading plan. I didn't take like a stupid trade. I wasn't like, oh, it's going down. Like, you know, let's hop in. It was following all my confluences, right? Liquidity sweep, high time frame order block, market structure shift, break and structure, and it just didn't hit, right? So eventually it did, or just about did. But again, there is no strategy that's going to be hit or miss, or there's no strategy that's going to hit 100% of the time, right? That just does not exist. The market wants to do whatever it wants to do. I knew these London session lows were going to end up taken out. There really wasn't anything other than that below it, because New York yesterday left so much bullish momentum, and I think we're going to continue to be bearish moving into tomorrow, really, based off what we're seeing. I mean, we have all this. You have this internal low right here on New York yesterday, but we still have it like all this imbalance that has not really been touched yet. So all this bullish imbalance, price is going to eventually dump. That's why my bias was bearish. But again, wasn't the greatest trade ever. But it followed all my confluences, it followed my trading plan, it followed my trading strategy, and it just didn't hit. Over on NASDAQ was pretty much the same story. On the hourly, we did have a little bit nicer setup, I would have to say, with London session highs and Asia session highs both being right here along with this high time frame order block. So on the smaller time frames, we swept this liquidity really nice and had a big move down. But again, this happened pretty late, or no, it happened actually right in the macro. We got this initial breaker structure retest and then a big sell-off. So this would have been probably a slightly better trade to take on here, but again, you probably wouldn't have seen it until either you catch it right here or you catch it after this move down, and then we get a big retracement. So both weren't like the smoothest price action today. It definitely wasn't. If we go on the 5-minute, usually tells a story. Looks okay on the 5-minute. Again, it's not, you know, really smooth like London session looks like. You know, we had the one direction, but it's going to happen. You know, it's not the worst price action today. I didn't take a trade on a stupid day, or, you know, I didn't trade during really high impact news. So it is what it is. Not the best trade, but you're going to lose. You know, that's just how trading is going to go. I'm not going to win 100% of my trades. So I was mad for a half hour after the trade, and then now I'm kind of just like, whatever. So it is what it is. We're still up pretty big on the eval stage. We're just under 50% there. So, that's it for the trade recap. Tomorrow looks pretty good. Tomorrow doesn't look like we have too much news. We have non-farm or unemployment. Oh, unemployment rate. I thought for some reason I thought it said Fed funds rate. So we have unemployment, non-farm, and average hourly earnings tomorrow. So going to be a little bit bigger of an 8:30 candle than we had today. With just today we just had unemployment. So going to be a little bit of high impact news tomorrow, but again it's at 8:30, so it's fine. So we're going to be going into tomorrow with confidence and going to be going at the market.